Welcome into Palm Springs Stadium. Adam Oppenheim alongside Cole Pavelio. Top of the second inning. Bottom of the second inning, rather. Apologize for the technical difficulties. A lot of it due to the heat reaching 100 degrees as that's a ground ball to a beat at third base. Throws over to second for one. On a first double play. Second double play of the game. Turned by the Blue Sox. 5-4-3 that time. Let's get you what happened to the Bootleggers against the Blue Sox. Bootleggers in the first single, a fly out, Cole.
Yes, a fly out, a walk, a ground out for the Bootleggers in the bottom of the first. The Blue Sox in the top of the first, strikeout, fly out, and then the top of the second, strikeout, and a ground out.
And so that's a first pitch ground ball hit to Rodriguez at second base. And it ends up facing the minimum. Trevor Morgan pitching for the Blue Sox. We'll head to the third inning, and we'll tell you more about what's happened before right after this as you're watching PSEL Baseball on the PSEL Broadcast Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium, Blue Sox and the Bootleggers. It will be Noah Bufford leading off the third inning for the Blue Sox. Top of the third against Ishmael Quintero, who has 4 Ks through 2 innings. And we'll get you the starting line for the Blue Sox right after this pitch. That misses low, ball 1. For the Blue Sox, Dylan Abid struck out swing. Bodie Grieve struck out swing as well. Ethan Swiler flew out to right field. David Orozco struck out swing in the second. Anthony Mathiasen also struck out swing, as that's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Michael Gonzalez grounded out third to first base. And that brings us to where we are now. Top of the third, no score. Blue Sox and the Bootleggers, once again, we apologize for the technical difficulties as that one's hit deep to left field. Anthony Carrillo going back. He's near the track. It's gone. Home run. Noah Bufford. And the Blue Sox get on the board with a solo shot to left. That ball was absolutely hammered.
What a shot there by Bufford from Mississippi Valley State, showing off the power there. 1 home run for the Delta Devils and now a home run for the Blue Sox here in the PSEL season. I think that's the first home run in the PSEL we've seen, Adam, all season long, as that one went a long ways to left field. Really a no-doubter off of the bat of Bufford.
There's a breaking ball up in the zone, and that ball was hung, and he crushed it. Made no mistake about it. 1-0 Blue Sox, top of the third. And, well, we picked a good time to
hey, sometimes everything works out just how it's meant to be, as we got to see the home run by Bufford, and Bufford from Birmingham, Alabama, and the Delta Devils.
As here's Garrett Sloan up next. It's the first pitch for a strike. It's a 0-1 count on Garrett Sloan after the home run from Noah Bufford. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Quintero, trying to bounce back, misses high, ball 1. It's 1-2. Adam Oppenheim, Cole Pavelio, Ethan Gamolka helping us with the TrackMan and all the data we're getting from these players. 1-0 Blue Sox on solo home run that was crushed. Is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Quintero bounces back with his 5th K through 2 1/3. One out in the inning brings up Isaac Rodriguez. Isaac Rodriguez against Ishmael Quintero. Here comes the first pitch into him. Misses high, ball 1. In the outfield from left to right, Anthony Carrillo is in left. Connor Murren's in center. Troy Johnson's in right field. Christian Maciel's at the hot corner at third. Owen Rice at short. Trez Umets at second base. Nicholas Gonzalez at first. Evan Percival behind the plate catching Ishmael Quintero, the lefty pitcher. That swung through and missed, strike 1. Ishmael Quintero going to Cal State Los Angeles along with his brother Isaac. Both pitchers. Here's the 1-1 pitch with 1 out. Catches the outside corner, strike 2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Misses high and inside, ball 2. Counts at 2-2. Our home plate umpire is William Macareno, and in the field is Ben Sontag. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Just off the outside corner to the righty. The count is full with 1 out in the top of the 3rd. Time called. And once we get to the bottom of the 3rd, we'll give you the starting lineup for the Bootleggers, the defense, and once again how it all played out throughout the first 2 innings. We apologize. Equipment overheating here a bit at Palm Springs Stadium. Not particularly surprising, as it's already 100 degrees at 9:30 as that pitch misses for ball 4. We're going to get up to 110 today in about 3 or 4 hours. It's going to be the hottest it's been this summer at Palm Springs Stadium so far. So 1 out walk for Rodriguez, 1 already in the inning from Noah Bufford, the designated hitter. Deep fly ball to left field. Javin Baxa is up next. Fouls the first pitch off into the netting.
Both these teams 2-0 on the season so far, the Bootleggers and the Blue Sox. So top tier matchup between the Blue Sox and the Bootleggers today. Good matchup here on the main field to start the day.
Yeah, we had a couple good matchups yesterday as pickoff try at first doesn't get Rodriguez in time. We saw the rush against the Lumberjacks. Those were 2 undefeated teams. Lumberjacks took the win by 1 run. We thought it was actually going to go 6 once it near the 2-hour, 10-minute time limit, but they wanted to go 7, and it ended up being a fantastic finish. That was a back-and-forth game all day long. You have a feeling the same could happen here. Meeting on the mound between Percival and Quinteros. Looks like we have a new first baseman in.
And a score update from the backfield. It's the Lumberjacks over China right now. It's the bottom 3, and the Jacks are leading 4-0.
It'll be Brock Rabe at first base, and for Nicholas Gonzalez. Honestly, not sure what happened there. Maybe just a minor injury or something like that. We have absolutely no info, so we will not speculate.
We just wish him the best, and we hope we see him again soon.
He was on that slide back into first base, you would assume, by Rodriguez. So it's 0-1 on Baxa. The extra hitter lines into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rodriguez is going to hold at second base. First and second, one out for the Blue Sox. And they're starting to find their footing off Ishmael Quintero.
Just one out against Quintero right now, and now a runner in scoring position for the Blue Sox, and they're trying to jump out early here against Quintero in the third.
We're going to have another mound meeting that's going to bring in the whole infield as well.
Just a little reset of a mound visit, I think, right here after giving up a home run to start the inning. Now 2 hits, or a walk and a hit. But also Quintero's doing really well with the strikeout pitches just now here in the third, finally being figured out by the Blue Sox. Good time to call a mound visit and just try to reset Quintero.
And it's Dylan Abid at the top of the lineup for the Blue Sox. Struck out swing in the first inning to begin this contest between two 2-0 teams. First and second, one out, top of the third. First pitch into Abid. Misses just outside the zone, ball 1. One and 0 on Abid, the third baseman today. It's hit to third base, knocked down by Maceo. Step on the bag, try to throw to first. Not going to be in time, but a good play by Maceo just to knock the ball down at the hot corner. Gets the lead runner, and there's 2 outs in the top of the third.
Just great job there by Maceo to knock it down, as you mentioned, using the body. Steps on third to get the lead runner, and then tries to go over for the ending double play, but just a little bit behind. We got the lead runner to keep the base runners right where they are, technically, with runners at first and second after the 5 unassisted on the fielder's choice. And there you got Bodie Grieve from New Mexico State up to bat.
Grieve steps in after striking out his first time up. 2 outs, trying to knock a runner in. That's going to be pop up on the infield. Who's going to call for it? It's going to be the third baseman, Maceo, taking it right out of Rice's glove nearly. And that retires the side. But a solo home run by Noah Bufford gets the Blue Sox on the board. We head to the bottom of the third. Bootleggers back up. You're watching PSEL Baseball on the PSEL Broadcast Network. Bottom of the third here, Palm Springs Stadium. Blue Sox against the Bootleggers. First up for the Bootleggers is going to be Anthony Carrillo in the third. Let's get you the lineup for the Bootleggers. Owen Rice singled back in the first. Fly out to left field by Connor Martin. Brian Lockhart walked. And then J.C. Ramirez grounded into an inning-ending double play that went Dylan Abid stepping on the bag, throwing over to first base to Swindler. As there's no swing there, it's 1-0. In the second inning, it was Gonzalez with the base hit. Maceo grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. And Uemoto grounded out to Rodriguez. 4-3. Next pitch in for a strike, and that's where we are now with Anthony Carrillo now up, followed by Evan Percival on deck, and Troy Johnson will hit 10th for the Bootleggers. The next pitch in. That ball's hit well to right field. Bodie Grieve going back all the way. The warning track can't make the catch. Looked like it hit off his glove. Anthony Carrillo around second. He's on his way to third. How about a leadoff triple?
Really well struck there, and Grieve giving it a good chase, good effort, and as you mentioned, might have gone off the end of his glove, but irregardless, Carrillo all the way on third after the lead-off triple. Not something you hear about a lot, but good hit there. Good piece of hitting by Carrillo, the man from Yuma, Arizona.
It's 90 off the bat as the first pitch is inside to Evan Percival. Distance was 340 feet. Pretty deep to the gaps here at Palm Springs Stadium. 350 down the line, 400 to straightaway center. And next pitch, Percival is late on a fastball at 82. It's 1-1. One and one on Percival. That's hit into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Carrillo comes in to score. The Bootleggers have tied the game and just two batters back in the third. RBI single, Evan Percival. And the Bootleggers respond in a big way.
Bootleggers did not waste any time responding after giving up that home run to Bufford. Lead off the inning with a triple and then a easy single. And Adam, sometimes the game of baseball is just that simple. You get a nice pop behind a hit, and then you get a nice little bloop, and you're back in the game.
Here's the first pitch into Troy Johnson. It's popped up on the infield. Easy play for Isaac Rodriguez. And on the first pitch, Johnson pops out. Coming in a pinch run, Kenny Booth for the Bootleggers.
Running for the catcher, Percival.
Owen Rice is now at the plate. More of a courtesy runner, so Percival can still hit here in the PSCL. Also play with the extra hitter and 10 batters. That ball's on the ground. Rodriguez makes a nice play to keep it in front of him. Throw to first, not going to be in time. Tough play for Isaac Rodriguez.
As you mentioned, really good effort there by the middle infielder. And, I mean, if he came up clean with that ball, he would have had an out there, at least one out. But, I mean, did the nice twirl and unfortunately just did not come up clean with it.
So what is our official score ruling that?
That's going to be a tough one. I think we've got to give him a hit. When you look at the definition of what an error is, it's definitely a hit.
Definitely. I thought it was bordering, but I was going to agree with whichever one you said. Connor Murren's next up. The left-hander steps in. Flies the first pitch into center field. Gonzalez is coming on. Instead, it's going to be the left fielder, Mathiasen, to make the catch from the Blue Sox. In left field, two hats went flying off of Gonzalez and Mathiasen. Mathiasen holds it in for the second out. That was a really tough play. Next up is Brian Lockhart, first and second with two outs. Percival reached first base after an RBI single after Anthony Carrillo doubled to start off the inning. He came around to score. Booth pinch running for Percival, rather a courtesy runner at second base. Owen Rice is at first base after he singled, the leadoff man. Now it's the 3-hitter, the extra hitter, Brian Lockhart, who walked back in the first. Trevor Morgan on the mound. Swing and a miss, strike one. Fastball by the bat at 83. Good pitch on the lower outside corner. Oh, and 1 on Lockhart. Slight movement with the bat and fouls it off. Got in on his hands. It's quickly 0-2. Trevor Morgan looking to escape this inning. Just allowing the 1 run. 1-1 between the Bootleggers and the Blue Sox. In a premier matchup at Palm Springs Stadium between 2 of the best teams in the PSCL. Oh, and 2 on Lockhart. Here comes Morgan home. It's in the dirt. David Orozco can't quite get to it. Both runners advance. It's second and third with 2 outs. And now let's get you the Blue Sox defense. Anthony Mathiason's in left field. Michael Gonzalez in center field. Bodie Grieve in right field. Around the diamond from third to first. Dylan Abeeds at third base. Garrett Sloan at short. Isaac Rodriguez at second base. Ethan Swidler at first. David Orozco behind the plate catching Trevor Morgan, who has a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's hammered out to right center field. Gonzalez is giving it a chase. It's into the right center field gap. It's going to score 2. Lockhart comes around second. He's headed for third. The throw to third will not be made. A 2 RBI triple by Brian Lockhart. Absolutely crushed the ball into right center field. 87 off the bat. And the Bootleggers take the lead. It's now 3-1.
And just like that, the Bootleggers have the lead after being down first. They now lead at 3-1. What a bounce back inning here by the Bootleggers bats to retake the lead after being down.
First pitch. Looks like it was just high. Maybe caught the zone even. But called the ball. It's 1-0. To J.C. Ramirez, who grounded into a 5-3 double play to end the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike one. Breaking ball. Bottom dropped out of it. And it's 1-1. But what a turnaround. It was 0-2 on Lockhart. Morgan throws the pitch in the dirt, advances the runners, and then there's a pitch that catches too much on the plate on 1-2. And he makes him pay. That's a breaking ball in on the hands. Popped up. And I believe that hit on top of the broadcast booth here at Palm Springs Stadium. So it's 1-2 on J.C. Ramirez. 3-1 Bootleggers. Blue Sox solo home run in the first. The Bootleggers have 2 triples here in the third.
Not something you see every day. 2 triples in 1 inning, and 1 being by the extra hitter and 1 by the left fielder, respectively. Lockhart and Carrillo.
J.C. Ramirez will take that pitch outside. And the count's 3-2. Full count with 2 outs. Runner on third. Bootleggers looking to grab 1 more run off the end of the bat and will roll foul down the first base line where Swidler picks it up.
Good job to stay alive there by Ramirez. Not necessarily the best pitch to get a hit off of, but did the job and just stayed alive by just sitting a little corkscrew off the end of the bat to keep that bat alive on the full count, 2 outs.
Another full count pitch, fouled off again. A great battle by J.C. Ramirez. The Bootleggers have already sent 6 to hit in the inning. Started with the triple from Carrillo. He was knocked in by Percival on an RBI single. Then it was a single by Rice at the top of the lineup and a 2 RBI triple by Brian Lockhart to give the Bootleggers the lead here in the third. Another full count pitch. That's popped up. That's going to be playable on the infield. It's going to be Rodriguez, the second baseman, making the catch. And that retires the side, but 3 runs scored in the third by the Bootleggers. we head to the fourth inning. Exciting matchup between the Bootleggers and the Blue Sox. More of it is coming up right after this as we head to the fourth. You're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites.
Top of the fourth here, Palm Springs Stadium. Blue Sox are going to try to answer the Bootleggers 3 after they answered the one by the Blue Sox in the top of the third. 3-1 is where we stand. Top of the fourth in a 7-inning contest. Game that has moved along pretty quickly. Started at 9. There's a 2-hour, 10-minute time limit, but they're moving pretty fast for the most part. And it's Ethan Swidler leading off, who flew out to right his first time up. Strike one. That pitch was down the center of the plate. Ishmael Quintero, who's allowed 1 run in 3 innings. It was a home run by Noah Bufford. I believe that's the first home run we've seen this year in the PSCL. The 0-1 pitch, it's on the ground of the first baseman, Rabe, who bobbles it a couple of times, but luckily he has plenty of time to just step on the bag. Don't need to even make a transfer there. Just need to catch it in that leather. Unassisted 3 to begin the fourth inning.
And that home run by Bufford, we look back at that one, and it really wasn't just a little wall scraper. It really was a really well-struck ball by Bufford from the Mississippi Valley State, Delta Devil from the SWAC.
David Orozco now up, takes the first pitch. A little bit outside the zone, ball 1. Score update on the other field is that pitch catches the inside corner. Strike 1. Lumberjacks against DC China. 8-0 Lumberjacks in the bottom of the fourth. We'll try to keep bringing you those updates when we get them. The 1-1 pitch lined down the first base line, but foul. Oh, it's 1-2 with 1 out, top of the fourth. Base is empty. Ishmael Quintero. A little bit of a rough third inning, but ended up only allowing the 1 run. Orozco, the catcher, hitting in the cleanup spot. Not something you see every day. The 1-2 pitch, he swings through and misses. Strike 3. Quintero picks up another strikeout. His 6th of the game already.
I mean, he's got the strikeout pitch going today, and it's just a matter of fact of if these Blue Sox can figure him out other than the one big hit from Bufford and a couple of other hits. The other one being by Baxa, number 10 hole hitter.
Anthony Mathiasen takes the first pitch high, ball 1. 3-1 on the scoreboard. Bootleggers lead. They lead in hits 4-2. No errors by either team. 1-0 on Mathiasen, the left fielder. Struck out his first time out. Fly ball center field, playable for Markton. Ranges over and makes the routine catch in center field. That will retire the side. Quintero bounces back with a 1-2-3 inning. Bootleggers bats are back up again. We head into the bottom of the fourth. 3-1 Bootleggers. You're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here in the bottom of the 4th, Adam Oppenheim alongside Copavelio. Bootleggers lead 3-1. Their bats are back up. They're able to get a lot of traffic on the bases and send 7 to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd. That's been the only inning there's been scoring in this game. Won by the Blue Sox on a home run by Noah Bufford. That was 367 in terms of distance and 93 off the bat. And then the Bootleggers had 3 runs in the 3rd. So that first pitch is fouled off by Nicholas Gonzalez. It started with a triple by Anthony Carrillo. And then the rally ended with a Brian Lockhart 2 RBI triple. And that is where the 3 runs came from. A couple of runners in between as well. It's 0-1, and that pitch is in the dirt. The count's now even at 1-1. Gonzalez singled back in the 2nd inning. These two teams are destined to be at the top of the PSCL standings all season long. As that pitch misses outside, it's 2-1.
A lot of great players on both these teams, and it's something to start thinking about. Obviously, it's a little about 3-ish weeks away, but the PSCL All-Stars versus the Power is something we'll have to be thinking about. Is that one's fouled back. But who might represent these teams when it comes to that time for the All-Star game on 4th of July? About who we might see. And I think, obviously, with the home run, Bufford might be one of them from the Blue Sox that we would see, Adam.
Certainly made his case today with hammering a home run to left field. Haven't really seen a ton of balls reach the warning track because it's just super deep in the outfield. It's nothing the hitters are doing wrong, and
it's just
no one's swinging for homers either. It's
cavernous here at Palm Springs Stadium, 350 to the lines and 400 dead center, as you mentioned earlier. And then you got the backfields where it's a lot more unconventional of a playing field, and sometimes you might have the wind blowing out there on the backfield, but here it would be blowing in most of the time.
2-2 to Gonzalez. It's 3-2.
Really no wind today aiding that home run, so a lot of oomph behind that one to get it all the way out to left field.
Count is full on Gonzalez here in the bottom of the 4th. Big first out if Morgan can get it, and he does not. He misses below the zone, and the leadoff runner is once again aboard for the Bootleggers. In all 3 innings, they've had the leadoff runner on.
There'll be a courtesy runner here.
Courtesy runner will be Bo Career. Career's going to pinch run for Gonzalez. So once again, courtesy runner, so Gonzalez not out of the game. Swing and a miss, strike one to Christian Macios. We'll pretty much assume he's going to be back in the game. We haven't seen many of those courtesy runners in the third actually sub in that position. But it certainly is possible, but it's quickly 0-2 on Christian Maciel, who ground into a 5-4-3 double play in the second. Morgan's had some help from his defense. 2 double plays have been turned. And really some excellent defense on both sides. Counts 0-2. Here's the pitch from Morgan. Just misses high. Like it was actually in the zone according to our K zone. Counts 1-2. Obviously a really tough call for umpire there when Roscoe kind of held it a bit higher than it actually was. That's fouled off. It was in on the hands. And Maciel will stay alive and get to see another pitch. 1-2, no outs. Bottom of the fourth. Morgan set, delivers the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Roscoe. Made that look really easy in the dirt. I'm sure our own E.J. Sanchez would be happy.
He definitely would be. I mean, when you talk to E.J. about anything that's in the dirt for a catcher, he makes it seem like it's the hardest thing to do. And I mean, if it is, we obviously have no experience, then great job there behind the plate to keep that one in front of him and keep the runner from advancing.
I mean, I'll have you know I do have experience trying to catch one inning, and when the hitter swung and missed at the ball, I just didn't know how to catch it. It was so distracting because you were always waiting for sort of a tip. The 2-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike three. Roscoe holds on to that. And the first out of the inning is Christian Maciel. Strikeout from Morgan. That's his first of the game. And looks like something came onto the field, and Gonzalez is gonna. That's a baseball.
Looks like a baseball, but man, if that one came from the backfield, that one would have been a hit a country mile to get all the way out here. If that came from the backfield, Adam, that might be the longest home run we would see if that's what we just saw, what came onto the field.
Would that not have been just like 450 feet?
That would have been at least 450. I mean, we can see the backfield from our vantage point, but that is a ways away if that was a home run.
Yuimoto takes the first pitch, strike on the outside corner. Now, it could also be the home run ball from Bufford. Someone deciding to throw it into center field, but I'm not sure that's super logical.
I'll be checking with our fellow broadcaster, EJ, who's keeping score in the backfield, if that was indeed a home run or if that's just somehow a ball came out of nowhere.
Bottom of the fourth, 3-1 Bootleggers. Runner on first, one out. The next pitch in, it's inside on Yuimoto. Gets out of the way. Trez Yuimoto. Turns to West Valley College. A left-hander. 1-1 pitch. Throw back over to first non-time. Counts even at one. 1 out. Here comes Morgan home. It's a breaking ball up in the zone. Ripped down the first base line. Fair ball. It's going to be retrieved by Grieve. On his way to second is Yuimoto. A double, and it sets up 2 runners in scoring position for the Bootleggers here in the fourth.
Good piece of hitting there. Just keep it right inside the foul line. And for a second there, I thought we might see another run for the Bootleggers, but Coach John decided to keep the courtesy runner right there at third, and so runners at the second and third, and it looks like we'll have a pitching change here for the Blue Sox coming up, and at least we have a mound visit at the very least.
Maybe just to check to see how Morgan feels. That ball wasn't hit particularly hard, 72 off the bat. It was an inside pitch. It tied him up, but that's just a great piece of hitting by Trez Yuimoto. Do have someone warming in the pen. with one out, second and third.
Morgan hasn't been doing too bad, just 6 hits allowed, 3 runs. He's also stranded 2 bootleggers on the base path. A good handful of strikeouts as well. He's currently sitting at 1, but saw him a few days ago. He had a handful there, and so I'll be expecting to see a handful more from Morgan.
First pitch in, Anthony Carrillo fouled off down the third base line, and obviously, you usually want your starter to go 4 or 5 innings, and it can be tough, but Morgan's pitched well for the most part. It was really just a struggle in the third, but he's been able to get the ground ball double plays. That probably doesn't happen here with second and third, 1 out. Could use a strikeout. The 0-1 pitch instead is ripped into right field. It's a base hit. Carru's going to come in to score. Yuimoto's going to be held at third base. RBI single, Anthony Carrillo. And he's had a big day at the plate. 2 for 2, a triple, a single, and a run batted in now.
Just got by the diving infielder, and I think that will now be the day done for Morgan. Is now Coach Reed coming out to make another mound visit.
It was 93 off the bat, and a pitch that caught too much of the zone. And that's going to force a pitching change for the Blue Sox. 4-1 Bootleggers. They have runners on the corners, 1 out. We'll tell you about the new Blue Sox pitcher right after this, as you're watching PSEL Baseball on the PSEL Broadcast Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top of the 5th. New pitcher in is Leo Tawimina, who checks on the runner at first. Anthony Carrillo. It's Evan Percival, #1, who had an RBI single back in the 3rd. Taking off for second is Carrillo, no throw down. So again, you don't want to try to throw down a second, otherwise the runner from third, Yuimoto, would try to take off. Infield's now in for the Blue Sox. The sidearm delivery is outside. Count is 2-0, says our home plate umpire. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's grounded to the shortstop, who picks it and is not able to. Actually, it goes under his glove and into center field. It's going to be ruled an error almost certainly, and E6. Looked like he completely had it, but then just pulled the glove up. Is that what you saw, Cole?
That's definitely what I saw. I mean, he was there in time to make the play, just didn't have the glove down, and that one snuck under the glove and gives the Bootleggers another run. That's Carrillo now on third, and that one doesn't get charged as an earned run.
And the first error of the game is costly. And it pretty much creates a run. Like you mentioned, that Cole, that's unearned. And Percival will be checked on at first base.
And so the book's officially done on Morgan, 3.1 innings pitched.
That pitch is outside. Count is now 3-0. Here comes the next pitch. It's on the ground through the left side. It's a base hit. One more run comes in to score. Station to station, the Bootleggers go. And they now lead 6-1. That was Troy Johnson with the base hit. And it brings up Owen Rice, the top of the lineup. 3 more runs come across in the fourth, just like 3 did in the third. Bootleggers trying to break this game wide open. Here's the pitch. Down the first base line. Foul ball. Ooh, that looked like it went to the left of the first base bag. Wow, what a great piece of hitting. But just couldn't keep it inside the foul line, according to our home plate umpire, William Macareno. And Ben Sawtag agreed. And on the very next pitch, it's a pop-up to the first baseman, Ethan Swidler, who will haul it in for the second out. That is a turn of events, because that probably scores 2 if it goes into the right field corner. Cole, from your vantage point, do you think that was a fair ball?
Not going to lie, Adam. I was making sure the score was right here on the book. So the bookkeeping is still intact as things stand, but from the way you described, Adam, vivid storytelling, it was definitely left of the baseline from the way you tell the story. So if I'm standing with you, I think it might have been a fair ball.
Yeah, 3 of us do say it's a fair ball in the booth. 0 said foul. A couple didn't see. Of course, that doesn't matter because it was called a foul ball. Here's the next pitch in. It's a ground ball to Isaac Rodriguez off a couple of big hops, throws over to first in time, and Leo Tawimina gets out of the inning. But the Bootleggers add 3 more in the fourth. We head to the fifth. Bootleggers now lead 6-1. You're watching PSEL Baseball on the PSEL Broadcast Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. Michael Gonzalez will lead off the fifth and call the Blue Sox need to make a comeback and probably should start fairly soon. Ishmael Quintero deliver the first pitch in. This is low ball one. Really the only blemish is allowing a home run to Noah Bufford, who's currently on deck.
As you were saying, he's on deck, so I mean, good spot for the Blue Sox if you're looking to rally back here. Top of the fifth.
1-0 pitch is in for a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 on Michael Gonzalez. Quintero has really mowed through this Blue Sox lineup. Pitch misses low. It's 1-2.
Gonzalez from L.A. Harbor College, a utility player. A 2-1 count.
Here's a 2-1 count. It's on the ground. Uemoto at second base, collects at the belt, fires onto first in time. It's been some good defense from the Bootleggers. Part of the reason they're 2-0 on the year. And here is that man, Noah Bufford. Infielder from Birmingham, Alabama. 6'1", 195. He looks a lot taller than 6'1".
Definitely does. And another thing to mention is his red barrel bat with the red batting gloves and the green shin guard, all representing Mississippi Valley State.
I was going to say it represents caution when you're pitching to him.
I mean, he couldn't mean that as well. I mean,
or danger, I should say. Caution would be
yellow.
Orange, or yellow.
Whatever you want to say it is.
The 0-1 pitch. It's on the outside corner, strike two.
But then he's got the green shin guard, and I mean, the speed of Bufford as well as the power.
But it's 0-2 right now on Bufford. Quintero looking to get a little payback. Fouls that one right off. Did Noah Bufford. A little extra heat on that fastball at 85.
Bufford batted .259 in 14 games played for the Delta Devils.
That red bat. A light swing to it, and he swings right through that pitch. Up in the zone, strike three. Went chasing for a fastball at 86. And Ishmael Quintero picks up another strikeout. That is his 7th. Brings up Garrett Sloan. 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And if the Bootleggers can get their bats back up and add on, that could nearly close the book on this game. The Bootleggers have played so well. The pitching has been fantastic from Quinteros. That's an off-speed pitch. Swinging a foul tip into the meta Percival. Strike one. Here comes the 0-1 from Quintero. Swinging a miss, strike two. Quintero is having an extra boost in his step right now. A whole lot of strikes. And the Blue Sox are guessing, and once again, another batter has fallen behind. It's 0-2. Looking to go 1, 2, 3 for the second straight inning. Swing and a miss, strike three. Fastball at 85 upstairs. Got Sloan to chase. And Quintero has sent down 7 in a row as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bootleggers in command at 6-1. You're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. Bootleggers back up. It's Brian Lockhart on the mound against Leo Tawimina, who finished off the 4th, softly grounded down the third base line. Now Lockhart's had a big day at the plate, a walk in the 1st and a 2 RBI triple in the 3rd, part of a 2-triple 3rd inning that produced 3 runs. The Bootleggers add in 3 in the 4th. So that pitch misses low, and that's where we stand. Now it's 6-1. Bootleggers lead bottom of the 5th. And that next pitch misses low. It's 2-1.
Tyler Nelson now catching for the Blue Sox. Behind the dish with Tower Minna.
Next pitch misses low and away, ball 3. Tyler Nelson from Westcliff University also had a chance to play with the Palm Springs Power this year. That pitch misses low and inside, ball 4. And that would be the 5th straight inning the leadoff runner is reached for the Bootleggers. That is not a formula for success.
Nelson got the start yesterday for the Blue Sox behind the dish and got substituted about this time as well. And now coming in as the replacement in the 5th inning for today's game.
First pitch in is a ball. And second pitch misses as well for J.C. Ramirez, who's 0 for 2, including grounding into a double play. That pitch catches the zone. On the outside corner, it's 2-1.
Good job by Nelson there to bring it back in and really get the call for Tower Minna.
That pitch can't quite bring back in. That was a couple balls further outside the zone. 3-1. And a hitter's count for J.C. Ramirez. Instead, they check over to first. Does Tawimina. Back in plenty of time is Brian Lockhart. 3-1 pitch. Low and off the glove of Nelson. It's ball 4 anyways, as Nelson will race to get it. So it's 1st and 2nd with no outs, and the Bootleggers looking to just blow this game wide open. They've scored 6 unanswered after the Blue Sox. And Noah Bufford hit a home run to left field. But that's been one of the 2 hits for the Blue Sox. Score update on the China DC Lumberjacks game. 12-0, Lumberjacks in the top of the 5th. I believe the rule is 10 after 5, so that game could end in 5 innings. That pitch catches the outside corner, strike 1 to Gonzalez. Pitch a couple balls off, favorable call. But it's 0-1. Two walks to lead off the inning for Tawimina. Puts him in a jam right away. That pitch is fouled off. It's quickly 0-2. Could use a strikeout or ball on the ground for a double play. Or any way to produce outs with holding the runners at their bases. 0-2 on Gonzalez. He's reached now a single and a walk, and he came around to score on that. That's pop up, and Sloan goes out, can't make the catch. It's into left field. Throw to third, not in time. Lockhart had to stay in between second and third. Wasn't sure if that was going to be caught by Sloan and just made it to third in time. A really softly hit ball off the bat at 57, and it loads the bases. We do apologize. There actually is no mercy rule. It's between the teams and possibly other factors that come into play as we have a courtesy runner over at first base. And the bases are loaded for Christian Maciel. It's Career at first base. Running for Gonzalez again. So that ball's in the dirt. It's 2-0. Bases full. Bootleggers. Careers at first base. Ramirez at second. Lockhart at third. 6-1 Bootleggers. Bottom of the fifth. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Way inside. It's 3-0. And Tally Minna doesn't want to walk in a run. Three and 0, got to come to the plate. It's in the dirt, ball 4. An uncompetitive 4-pitch walk to Maciel. That brings in Lockhart. 3 walks and a single, and that's going to bring out the manager and a mound visit for the Blue Sox.
As you mentioned, just 4 pitches that didn't challenge the zone too much there, Adam, and walked in a run for the Bootleggers as they now lead it 7-1. The Bootleggers this season so far, they've been very competitive, as you've mentioned. Both of these teams, though, 2-0, and right now the Blue Sox have to shut down the Bootleggers here in the bottom of the 5th to keep this game close. Allow the Blue Sox to start making a comeback in these final upcoming 2 innings.
Trez Uemoto will bat with the bases loaded. Still no outs. One more run in the 5th inning. That pitch misses low, ball 1. Of course, there is still a time limit in effect. About an hour and a half through here. It's 1-0 on Uemoto. That pitch catches the outside corner. Good pitch. It's 1-1 on Leo Talimina, who was really put into an extremely tough situation calling the 4th. Got out of it, not allowing any earned runs for him. It was 1 unearned run. As that's on the ground of the second baseman, Rodriguez. Keeps it in front of him. Will throw to first. Not going to be in time. Small bobble the ball, and it cost him. An E4, and another run comes in to score. And it's now 8-1. Second error of the game for the Blue Sox. Both have been pretty costly. And Leo Talimina just trying to find some way to get an out in this 5th inning. Anthony Carrillo, the lefty, is next up. Base is still full. This is low and away, ball 1. Careers on third base. Maciel's on second. Uemoto's on first. Single, walk, and air they've reached respectively. Pitch also misses. It's 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Or swing and a miss, strike 1, I should say. Comes the next pitch. It's on the ground to the first baseman. Swidler will flip on to first in time. Good cover by Talimina. And it beats the speedy Carrillo down the line. Another run comes in to score on the RBI ground out. But that was a really tough play. Swidler was trying to decide whether to charge on that or stay back. Had to come forward, make a tough play, and Talimina got quickly off the mound and beat Carrillo to the bag. Both runners advance as well. So Uemoto on second base and Maceo on third. Brings up Evan Percival. 9-1 ball game. First pitch in on the hands of the righty. Ball one. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 errors for the Blue Sox. The Bootleggers, 9 runs on 8 hits and no errors. That pitch is in the middle of the zone. Strike one. Louis Talimina is trying to finish off this inning. Only has 1 out. It's been a struggle for the Blue Sox pitching staff today, of course. Not super easy when you do play, you know, quite a few games every week, as that pitch is foul tipped into the mid of Nelson. And that's why it's so important to have your starters give length at any level of baseball. And Collegiate Summer League is no different. 1-2 on Percival. Inside, ball 2.
I mean, it's just getting these players ready to compete at the highest level that they can. And, I mean, you get a great opportunity here in Palm Springs to play a lot of games in a short amount of time. You get some great experience as well.
2-2 pitches ripped into left field. That's going to get down and score 2 more. Percival on his way to second. He's going to hold there. A 2 RBI double has blown the game open with a 5-run bottom of the 5th. It's 11-1 Bootleggers.
Just pulled it down the line and opened up the game for the Bootleggers.
And it looks like that's going to be the game at 11-1.
And it looks like the Blue Sox manager is talking with the home plate umpire about keeping the game going to get these players as much at-bats and pitches thrown as they possibly can get.
Maceo came in to score. Uemoto came in to score. A 2 RBI double by Evan Percival. Yeah. I guess there was, I think, maybe a little bit confusion over the rules because the Bootleggers are ready to win the ball game, but I'm not sure it's over once again. And yeah, we're gonna keep going. Okay, so a little bit of confusion on the rules, or maybe not. Now they're walking off the field. The sprinklers are already on, or is the inning just gonna roll over and we go to the top of the 6th? The ump's discussing it. And it's William Macareno and Ben Sontag. And looks like we're going to keep playing. So after 1 run in the top of the 3rd for the Blue Sox, Cole, it's been 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, 3 in the bottom of the 4th, 5 in the bottom of the 5th. 11-1 Bootleggers. What to the 6th? We'll take a short break. Come back right after this as you're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Back here in the top of the 6th inning, Ishmael Quintero still on the mound, so we do roll on after a rollover inning in the 5th. It's 11-1. Brings up Isaac Rodriguez against Ishmael Quintero. Next pitch into Rodriguez. It's on the ground. Yuimoto tries to make the diving play. It's under his glove. Leadoff knock, Isaac Rodriguez in the 6th.
And Quintero's still out there, so 5+ innings now, and really good job on the day for Quintero to continue to go out there for the Bootleggers. And I mean, with the big deficit, there's no reason to take Quintero out.
And we still only played for an hour and a half, so we might as well get to 7 innings here as Baxa flies it down the right field line. Foul ball as Troy Johnson was giving chase. Yeah, it seems like Quintero's been pretty efficient with his pitch count so far. And it's been the strikeouts that have certainly helped him. 4 through the first 2 innings. And 4 in the next 3. The 0-1 pitch is a fly ball into center or left field. It will drop in front of Carrillo. It's a base set. That ball was dropping quickly. Carrillo played far back. It's first and second for the Blue Sox with no outs. Ball was not hit extremely hard, and it jammed Javin Baxa, but he was able to just fight the pitch off and bring up the top of the lineup and Dylan Abid. Quintero just hit 65 pitches through 5 innings. This is the first pitch into Dylan Abid is fouled off down the third baseline. Special thanks to Ethan Gamolka for giving us that pitch count.
So Quintero's been really effective when he does go deep. He did have that one inning where he faced 8 batters, but didn't hurt his pitch count too much, as you mentioned, now at 66.
At just about 12 pitches per inning, which is very efficient. The next pitch misses high and away, ball 1. Oh, Ethan Gamolka pretty much doing every PSCL game. He's been working around the clock here in the mornings. Has all the stats, all the info that we get nearly immediately. 1-1 on Abid, first and second, no outs. Tied him up inside, got a piece of it. So it's 1-2. Actually, it might have been a swing and a miss. Either way, it's 2 strikes, though, on Dylan Abid, the third baseman. Struck out in the first, fielder's choice back in the third. One and two, the count. Isaac Rodriguez at second base, Baxa at first. Abid at the plate, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Sox. Can he come through in a big way? The 1-2 pitch. It's a flare into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rodriguez rounds third. He's going to score. RBI single. Dylan Abid on a pitch that was out of the zone. He gets a bat on it and puts a good enough swing to knock it into left field. The Blue Sox back on the board, 11-2. It's going to bring a meeting on the mound for Ishmael Quintero. After 3 straight singles by the Blue Sox to open the 6th inning.
That's why you keep playing the game of baseball. I mean, these extra at-bats for these young men, anything to help them improve their game and help them get to the next level. And good piece of hitting there by Abid, as you mentioned, just a little flare over the left or over the third baseman's head and dropped into left field. I mean, that's all it takes sometimes is a nice little lawn dart to drop in and give your team another run. That's 11-2 now.
Bodie Grieve now up. Same situation, first and second, no outs, but 1 run in the inning for the Blue Sox. They have 2 for the game. Baxa at second base. Abid at first. Bodie Greer at the plate. We'll take the first pitch from Quintero right down the middle. Strike one. Time called by home plate umpire.
Ball from the bullpen got out to left field. We know this one where it officially came from, unlike that one earlier in the game where we thought it might have been a home run, but somehow just a lone ball.
You're telling me no one can hit it 650 feet, Cole?
I'm not saying no one can, but it didn't happen here yet. Might on a day where it's a bit more windy.
0-1 to Grieve, swinging a miss, strike two. 0-2 on Bodie Grieve, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Feels like nearly every batter struck out against Ishmael Quintero at least once. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike three called. A pitch that paints the bottom inside corner. Strikes out Grieve. Nasty pitch from Quintero. A fastball at 85.
Good bounce back pitch there from Quintero after giving up 3 straight hits. Then a strikeout pitch looking at the hollow of the knees.
Ethan Swidler next up for the Blue Sox. Lefty Quintero takes a look at second, now delivers home. Pitch misses just off the outer black, ball one. Once again, we thank you all for joining us here on the PSCL Broadcast Network. Adam Oppenheim alongside Cole Pavelio. Game one of a doubleheader here at Palm Springs Stadium. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one a little more outside, but nearly the same exact location. It's quickly 2-0 on Ethan Swidler, who's 0 for 2, looking for his first knock of the day. Bootleggers lead 11-2 in the top of the 6th. Quintero takes a look at Baxa and will not even make the throw because no one's covering for the Bootleggers. Maybe just to keep him honest there at second base. Still a 2-0 count. Look at Baxa and fires home. Just misses below the zone. Great take by Ethan Swidler. And it's 3-0. And obviously that's easier to take when you're in a 2-0 count. If that's 2 strikes, you're probably swinging at that goal.
Yeah, it's definitely in that shadow zone where if it's even near the zone, you've got to defend the play. But if it's, as you mentioned, a 2-0 count, there's really no reason to chase that one.
3-0 pitch. That's in for a strike. Pitch in the lower half of the zone. Ishmael Quintero gets on the board with the strike. 3-1. 1 out. Quintero's allowed 2 runs through 5 1/3. He's allowed just 5 hits. And 3 have come on this inning. 3 straight singles to begin. Strikeout looking on Bodie Grieve. And now it's Ethan Swidler up. That ball's hit to center field. Connor Martin will range to his left, and he's going to make the play. The runners will hold it first and second. And there's 2 outs in the inning on the fly out to center field.
Tyler Nelson now getting his first at-bat after coming in as a defensive replacement about an inning ago. Nelson, few appearances for the Palm Springs Power and also playing in the PSCL here for the Blue Sox.
Palm Springs Power won again last night against the Inland Valley Legends. They play them in Game 2 of a small 2-game set tonight. Palm Springs improves to 11-0 on the season. First pitch into Nelson. That's hit into center field. Martin coming on. It falls in front of him. Base hit. 1 run's going to come in to score. Here's the throw to third. Not in time. RBI single Tyler Nelson. And the Blue Sox with a 2 spot here in the 6th and looking to keep the rally going.
Just hit it right back from where it came, dropped into center field, and that was a close play at third as Abid made it in safely, and then scoring the run is Baxa.
Would have been close to when Baxa touched home plate if there was going to be an out at third base on a bead, but he's in there safely. So 2 outs, runners on the corners. Nelson brings home another run. 4 hits off Quintero in the inning. Brings up Anthony Mathiasen. First pitch to Mathiasen. Just above the zone. One and 0. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Opts to throw back towards Nelson at first. And looks like we're going to be able to get in 7 innings today as well, which is pretty sweet. Obviously, it's all about the time and not so much about the score. As Nelson takes off for second, that ball's fouled back, so he's going to have to drop back to first base. But you might as well keep letting them play, even if it was 11-1. Now it's back to 11-3. And in summer ball, it's all about getting reps, especially game reps. And that's certainly what we've done here, even though it's turned into sort of a blowout. With the Blue Sox not going down without a fight. They have runners on the corners, 2 outs. Down by 8, the 1-1 pitch, taken high, it's 2-1. Now Quintero, although he's allowed some hits here in this inning, he has not allowed a lot of walks. It's just 1 walk I see. And that certainly helps. On the other side, for the Blue Sox, it's been a lot of walks and free passes.
You mentioned Quintero's been really effective, just the 1 walk and the 1 long ball, and really soft contact when you think about it, as it's 2-2 now, and just a few strong hits by the Blue Sox is what's tagged Quintero's day so far.
Gotta give credit to the Blue Sox for trying to battle back here, top of the 6th inning. Not going down without a fight. The count's 2-2 on Mathiasen. It's taken high, ball 3. Really good eye there on a pitch that just missed the zone.
No one warming up in the Bootleggers bullpen either, so this is all Quintero's guy to face, and it will take a few guys to get a Bootlegger warm, so this is all Quintero here.
Here's the full count pitch, misses high, ball 4. The bases are full of Blue Sox, and you wonder if this creates a pitching change. And it looks like it will, as Ishmael Quintero goes 5 2/3, just can't quite get out of the 6th inning. What a day by Ishmael Quintero. So a pitching change, 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Blue Sox not done yet, 11-3, but they have the bases full. Stay with us, we'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Bootleggers right after this, as you're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. Bases loaded, 12-3 ball game, top of the sixth. And it's Michael Gonzalez up with 2 outs, takes the first pitch inside from Christian Maciel, now on the mound. One and 0 on Gonzalez, blocked nicely by Percival. Here comes the next pitch inside and hit Gonzalez, and that forces home a run.
And it's Durant now at third as Maciel on the mound. You mentioned, Adam.
Durant at the playing third base. So that's where Maciel is playing, like you mentioned, Cole. Good eye. So it'll be Nathan Durant out of Wabanzi Community College. So first batter that Maciel faces, it's a hit by pitch. And it brings up Noah Bufford, who had a home run back in the third. That was the only scoring until the sixth here. Bases loaded of Blue Sox, 2 outs. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Third base is Nelson. Second base is Mathiasen. First base is Michael Gonzalez. 3 in the inning. Next pitch misses low. Ball 2. And we do have a score update as well. Correction to the bottom of the 5th. The rollover scores the runner. That was Percival from second base. So it's now a 12-4 ball game instead of 11-4. That pitch in for a strike on the lower half. Two and 1 on Bufford. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Misses inside, and he's in a hitter's count. Maciel wants to throw something over the plate, but Bufford is extremely dangerous with the power he has shown here today in the third. Solo home run to left field. That went 367 feet, 93 miles per hour off the bat. 12-4 ball game. Blue Sox looking to make it more interesting. 3-1 on Noah Bufford. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's popped up. It's going to be out of play into the bleachers about halfway up. Bases loaded, full count, 2 outs. Biggest pitch of this game in the top of the 6th. 8-run game, Blue Sox looking to close the gap. Here's the full count pitch, in on the hands, and it looked like it hit him, or it was a walk. I think it was a walk. It didn't look like William Macareno made a signal. So a walk that forces in a run for Noah Buford, and it's a 12-5 ball game. Bases loaded again. This time it's Garrett Sloan, the shortstop. First pitch into Sloan. Strike at the bottom of the zone.
Chance to work out of the inning here as he's ahead in the count. Maciel over Sloan.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner, strike 2. 2 of the best pitches Maciel's thrown in this inning. Probably the 2 best. And it's quickly 0-2 on Sloan. Bases loaded, 12-5 ball game. 4 runs in the top of the 6th by the Blue Sox. 0-2 pitch from Maceo home. On the ground to the third baseman Durant. He's going to throw over to first in time to retire the side. Christian Maceo gets out of a bases-loaded jam. The Blue Sox score 4 in the top of the 6th. But it's 12-5 as we head into the bottom of the 6th. You're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bottom of the 6th, Troy Johnson. First up for the Bootleggers in the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher in for the Bootleggers, rather for the Blue Sox. It's Brian Lockhart. Rather, Andrew Lockhart. There's a Lockhart on each roster. And that next pitch looks like it hit Johnson, or so he says. William Macareno not having any of that, it looks like.
I think he might have just caught his jersey and Johnson was trying to sell it.
Next pitch is in for a strike, so it's 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, fouls it off. Score that we last had on the backfields. Let's see. It was 12-0 Lumberjacks. As that pitch looks like it hit him. So hit by pitch for Troy Johnson either way. But last we heard from the backfield, it was 12-0 Lumberjacks in the top of the 5th. It was a giant day for Johnny Alley so far. He's 3 for 3 with 2 home runs and 9 runs batted in.
I think that's a good day at the office for Alley there on the turf fields behind right in center field. 3 for 3, 9 RBIs, you said?
9 RBIs. I mean, can't guarantee it, but I don't think that's a typo, Cole.
I don't think you're going to have any better day at the office at the ballpark if I think the only way is maybe if you hit it all the way out to center field like we thought we saw that one.
That first pitch to Owen Rice is in for a strike. So after the hit by pitch to Johnson, Bootleggers look to add on and then try to close it out in the 7th. Next pitch into Rice, swing and a miss, strike 2. The game that follows us here today is the Bombers and the Coyotes, as that's fouled off down the first base line. Should be a good one as well, And after the Lumberjacks, MLB DC China, which looks like it's finished up there. It's 1-2 on Owen Rice. We'll get you the score when we can. Grounded to third. Abid makes a nice play over to second for one. On to first. Not in time. Good play by the third baseman, Abid, who fielded it on one knee. Accurate throw to second, but couldn't quite turn two. But they get the lead runner, Troy Johnson, as Rice reaches on a fielder's choice. And then the next game on the turf field, as I was saying, was A's Haymakers. Starts at 11. Probably going to be pushed back a few minutes because it looks like Lumberjacks and DC China are just getting off the field. Check on Rice at first, back in time. One out, bottom of the sixth. Blue Sox 5 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. The Bootleggers take a strike there. Connor Martin. Bootleggers 12 runs, 9 hits, 0 errors. Runner on first, Rice with some speed. Pitch is a flare down the third baseline, going foul. Quickly 0-2. Excellent start for the Blue Sox. Then the Bootleggers with a giant punch. Or the Bootleggers with a giant punch. And the Blue Sox just not been able to recover. When you get down by as many as 11, 2 innings to make that up is not a lot of time, Cole.
Yeah, it's definitely not enough time to make up that many runs, but the Blue Sox giving it their best bet here in these last 2 innings. They scored, as you mentioned, 4 in the top of this inning, and now really kind of giving them themselves half a chance to make a deep comeback here.
0-2 on Martin. Rice at first base, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Inside, back pick attempt, not in time. Good throw by Tyler Nelson. There to Swidler at first base. But Rice back in time. This 7-inning contest, 12-5. Another pickoff attempt. They got him at first base. Owen Rice tried to slide to the back of the bag. A nasty pickoff move by Andrew Lockhart. Swidler puts a beautiful tag down. And the second out of the inning is recorded on the pickoff, 1-3. Connor Martin, the next pitch, misses high. It's 2-2. Final score from the turf field, just in. Lumberjacks 17, MLB China DC 1. 2-2 pitch, fouled off down the third base line. Lumberjacks are a talented ball club. They keep on winning. The next pitch in, catches the outside corner, breaking ball, and Martin strikes out looking. So after the pickoff, strikeout looking, and Andrew Lockhart faces the minimum 3 in the inning. 3 more outs to work with for the Blue Sox, trying to mount a miraculous comeback. 12-5 as we head to the top of the 7th. You're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Palm Springs Stadium. Top of the 7th inning, 3 more outs to work with for the Blue Sox. Next pitch in is low, ball 2. It's Fred Ramos pinch hitting for the Blue Sox for Isaac Rodriguez. Ramos is going to have his first action here today. That pitch also misses. It's 3-0. Blue Sox would love to get the leadoff runner aboard. They only trail on hits 9-6, but it's been the walks that the Blue Sox have given the Bootleggers, and that really just has expanded the Bootleggers' lead. Blue Sox scored 4 in the top of the 6th, and they start with the leadoff walk here in the top of the 7th from Christian Maciel.
No better way to start off the inning when you're trying to make a comeback if you're Fred Ramos than the leadoff walk on 4 straight pitches from Maciel, and now Javen Baxa 2 for 2 on the day. Run scored.
Yeah, singles in the 3rd and the 6th inning. Maciel's first pitch in catches the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Now, interesting to note about the Bootleggers. Every single inning they had the leadoff runner aboard, all 6. A single in the 1st started, a single in the 2nd started, triple in the 3rd, walk in the 4th, walk in the 5th, and hit by pitch in the 6th. Leadoff runner aboard every single inning as that's fouled off into the netting. It's 0-2. And that might explain why, or at least part of the reason why the Bootleggers have just scored at will today.
I mean, when you have to deal with someone on the base pass every single inning, if you're the Blue Sox, it's really hard to find your groove if you're on the mound. And the Blue Sox really bounce back, though, here in the later innings with their bats to make it a competitive game. Now 1-2 count.
0-2 pitch was high and inside. Maciel just looking for outs. Pickoff attempt at first, not in time. One-two count on Baxa. Just misses the inside corner according to our home plate umpire, and Macareno points the Sontag and said, "Did he go?" He said no. So we stay at 2-2. The point of the mask, I thought, was to possibly throw someone out, but there hasn't been a whole lot of noise on the field. 2-2 pitch just misses low, and it's a 3-2 count. That 1-2 count was a strike according to our K-zone. That one was a very close call, but missed just below the zone. It's a full count, no outs on Javen Baxter. Looking to reach for the 3rd time today and turn it over to the top of the lineup. Full count pitch from Maciel. That's hit deep into left field. Carrillo's going back all the way to the warning track and can't make the catch as it bounces up against the wall. Heading over to 3rd is Ramos, and he'll stay there. A double for Javen Baxter. That ball was absolutely crushed. Carrillo looked like he had eyed it near the warning track and just missed it. A ball down in the zone that Baxter got and hit 356 feet. 90 miles per hour off the bat, and 2 more in scoring position for the Blue Sox, who scored 4 unanswered and are looking for more.
Coach Reed Santos was really fine for his team to get to keep playing earlier, and you see why here. His team's doing really well now with 2 in scoring position here in the 7th, and they scored 4 last inning. So if the game had ended earlier, we wouldn't have seen this comeback attempt by the Blue Sox.
Dylan Abid takes the first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Infield obviously back for the Bootleggers. Still leading 12-5, but 2 more in scoring position. Blue Sox can make this interesting. Next pitch. Inside, ball 2. And you have a feeling the Blue Sox dial getting a little louder, gaining some confidence. It was a leadoff walk, and then a double crush by Baxter. Out into left field. Maciel pitches the 2-0. Off-speed pitch in for a strike. Nice curved ball from Maciel. 2-1 count Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's hit right through the left side of the infield, base hit. 1 run's going to come around to score, and Ramos backs the heads to the plate. 2 RBI single, Dylan Abid, and the Blue Sox add on 2 more. It's a 5-run game here in the 7th.
Third baseman trying to make a play on it. Looked like he slipped on the dirt a little bit. But nonetheless, 2 more runs scoring for the Blue Sox.
A pitch down in the zone that wasn't hit hard, but in a great place for Dylan Abid on first base. And the next pitch catches the bottom of the zone of Bodie Grieve. Oh, 1 count, no outs. Top of the 7th, pickoff attempt at first base. Abid got back in time. Certainly don't want to make an out on the base paths.
It would be a heartbreaking out on the base pass if you made one here with no outs. Your team's starting to claw back into this one.
0-1 pitch. It's hit to Durant. Over to second for 1. On to first. Not in time. Got past the first baseman, Rob. And staying at first base is Grieve. But the Bootleggers will certainly take that. They get the out. Durant threw it over to Yuimoto, who is just able to stay on the bag. So 1 out in the top of the 7th. A much-needed out, as it felt like the Blue Sox had all the momentum. So Grieve reaches on a fielder's choice. Ethan Swidler. Now up with 1 out. First pitch into him. Misses the inside corner, ball 1. Christian Maciel comes in relief of Ishmael Quintero after he went 5 1/3, or 5 2/3 of some great pitching. That pitch catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Counts 1-1 with 1 out. Top of the 7th. Blue Sox last couple of chances. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's 2-1. Good block by Percival behind the plate. Two-one pitch from Maciel. Misses off the outside black. It's 3-1. Three and 1 with the runner on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's into left field. Carrillo's going back. He's ranging back. It hits off the wall. 1 run's going to come around to score. Swiler's on his way to second. An RBI double makes it a 4-run game. That ball was Harron. Thought it had a chance to get out of here. Hits off the middle of the wall. Just below the committed to our communities Pacific Bank sign. And the Blue Sox are committed to staying in this ball game. It's a 4-run game here in the 7th. One out, top of the 7th, 12-8 ball game. Blue Sox scored the first run in this ball game. Then it was 12 unanswered for the Bootleggers. Now it's 7 unanswered for the Blue Sox. 9-8, the Bootleggers out hitting the Blue Sox. Out ahead of the breaking ball is Nelson. Strike 1. Bootleggers have a pitcher in the bullpen if they need him, but it looks like it's Maciel's game right now. 0-1 count, 12-8 ball game. Thriller here at Palm Springs Stadium. And to think just 30 to 45 minutes ago, Cole, they were thinking about possibly calling this game after a 10-run lead. And look at that, the Blue Sox fighting back. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. The slider misses. The 1-1 pitch to Nelson. Way inside, gets out of the way of it, does the righty from West Cliff University. Runner on second, Swidler. Two and one with one out. Nelson singled and knocked in a run his first time up in the sixth. That pitch taken below the zone. Great take. It's 3-1. Now in a 4-run game, you got to think Macio's got to come to the plate. Can't put him on with a free pass. 3-1 on Tyler Nelson. A hitter's count. Three-one pitch from Maceo. Got him to chase a breaking ball. Strike two. Ball gets away from Percival. Advancing to third is Swidler. Not a super important play there. It's more important that Nelson swung at ball four. Looks like Percival trying to walk it off. Gets a quick timeout from William Macareno.
Full count and when Nelson digs back in. We'll see what Nelson can do. He's been good for the Blue Sox, and on the day, Nelson, RBI single. Yesterday he had a hit as well where he drove in a run. Percival looks like ready to go back in.
3-2 on Nelson. With one out, top of the seventh. Two more outs available for the Blue Sox. Full count pitch. Got a piece of it off the end of his bat. Wow. He barely got a piece of that ball.
I mean, all it needs is just a piece of it to stay alive as Nelson gets a second chance.
It was so low, there wasn't even an exit speed off the bat. So we'll do the full count pitch again. Swidler at third base. Christian Maceo delivers to Tyler Nelson. Swing and a miss, strike three. Drop third strike. Percival trying to find it. He does. Gets him out of time at first base. Oh, what a gutsy play by Evan Percival. Couldn't find the ball originally after a great scoop. And threw on a first just in time. As now he gets subbed off the diamond. What an unbelievable play. When you can't locate at first as a catcher, sometimes you're in trouble. Percival got the ball collected and made a strong throw just in time to get Nelson on the strikeout swinging.
And heck of a play there, as you mentioned. Couldn't find it at first and got over in time to get the opposing number, Tyler Nelson, and now a defensive replacement for Percival. As the Blue Sox down to their last out with Mathiasen.
Mathiasen at the plate. Runner on third, 2 outs. Will the Blue Sox come back just be short? It's in the dirt, ball one. Trying to get a number behind the plate. Rock Rabe at catcher. That's in for a strike. Great frame on a 1-0 pitch. Was just inside, but brought it into the zone. 1-on-1 against Mathiasen. 2 outs. Next pitch. Inside corner, strike two. Similar spot and the same results. So the Blue Sox are down to their last out here in the seventh. A game that started with the Blue Sox scoring the first run on a solo homer by Noah Bufford. Next 12 runs went to the Bootleggers. Blue Sox score the next 7. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Line down the third baseline, but hooking foul. 86 off the bat, but just was outside the zone enough where Mathiasen could not keep it fair. They've collected the baseball in the left field corner, so we're back in action. Christian Maciel against Anthony Mathiasen, the left fielder. 0 for 2 on the day with the walk. Next 2-strike pitch just misses inside. That was a half ball away from the pitch that was called a strike, the 2-strike pitch. Counts even at 2. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. Blue Sox down to their final out. Christian Maciel kicks the leg, delivers home. Inside, ball 3. 3 out of the last 4 pitches have been at nearly the same location. One was called a strike, 2 for balls. Full count with 2 outs. Blue Sox dugout making some noise. Maciel delivers to the plate. It's low. Ball 4. Anthony Mathiasen with a great battle with 2 outs, and the Blue Sox stay alive. And with that, it brings the tying run on deck. And Noah Bufford. And a meeting on the mound for the Bootleggers. Wow. Mathiasen down 1-2. Takes the pitch just inside 2-2. Inside 3-2. And low for ball 4. And the Bootleggers are going to sub pitchers. And we'll tell you about that pitcher right after this. Stay with us. Top of the 7th. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Blue Sox down their final out. It's 12-8. You're watching PSCL Baseball on the PSCL Broadcast Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Welcome back. Top of the 7th inning, Adam Oppenheim alongside Cole Pavelio. It's Michael Gonzalez up with runners on the corners, 2 outs. Bo Career is in to try to record this final out. He comes to the plate. Outside corner, strike 1. On third base is Swiler. On first is Mathiasen, who drew a great walk. Will he take off for second to eliminate the force? He will not there. That's by the glove of the catcher. And incoming to score is Swidler. Now, that doesn't matter too much, but it creates no force at second base, so definitely means something, at least. Got by Brock Rabe behind the plate. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Misses high as Rabe comes out of his stance, and Bootleggers have not been able to find the zone. Sing start with the walk, followed by a double, single, fielder's choice, RBI double, strikeout, and then a walk. Gonzalez at the plate. 2-1, 2 outs. The pitch. Pop up right field. This should do it. Troy Johnson comes in. He locates it. He makes the catch head high. And the Bootleggers hold on to a furious comeback from the Blue Sox. Blue Sox scored 1 run on a Noah Bufford homer. The Bootleggers scored 12 unanswered, followed by the Blue Sox scoring 7. Final score 12-8. Final lines. The Blue Sox score 8 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. The Bootleggers 12 runs, 9 hits, 0 errors. The on-deck man, Noah Bufford, who hit the home run earlier this game, would have been the tying run if he could get to the plate. But a fly out to Troy Johnson in right ends the game. Cole, fantastic game there and fantastic fight from the Blue Sox.
I mean, you mentioned it. They scored first, and then it's a lot of unanswered runs by the Bootleggers, and then the Blue Sox make a furious comeback in the past 2 innings, and that will do it. I mean, you mentioned, though, 7 unanswered by the Blue Sox compared to the 12 unanswered by the Bootleggers, and eventually those 12 got 7 answered back, but nonetheless it comes up just a bit short of a comeback for the Blue Sox.
Really exciting game here at Palm Springs Stadium. We're going to bring you game 2 in approximately 20 to 30 minutes between the Bombers and the Coyotes from my partner, Cole Pavelio. Rules analyst, data analyst, everything to us, Ethan Gabolka. I'm Adam Oppenheim. Saying so long, we'll see you in a short bit for the Bombers and the Coyotes. You've been watching.